In exploring bizarre ancient rituals, we delve into the fascinating practices performed by ancient cultures, often to connect with the divine, influence natural events, or reinforce societal norms. These rituals, characterized by their unusual and sometimes shocking nature, were integral in shaping cultural beliefs and traditions, providing insights into the values and worldviews of those who practiced them. Understanding these rituals is crucial as they reveal the complex interplay between human behavior, societal structure, and spiritual beliefs that have significantly influenced the development of civilizations. Examples of bizarre ancient rituals abound. One such ritual is the capacocha, practiced by the Inca civilization, which involved sacrificing children on high mountaintop shrines to appease the gods in times of crisis. This ritual reflected the belief that such extreme acts of devotion were necessary for the survival and prosperity of the community. Similarly, the ancient Maya performed bloodletting ceremonies where nobility would pierce their bodies to offer blood to the gods, symbolizing a deep personal commitment to their spiritual duties. These ceremonies were not merely acts of faith but were believed to maintain cosmic order and societal harmony. Supporters of understanding these rituals argue that they provide a critical lens into the human psyche and its drive for meaning, order, and connection. They highlight the universal human quest to explain and control the world through shared beliefs and practices. However, examining these rituals also invites challenges and controversies, particularly in interpreting their significance and context. Some may argue that labeling such rituals as bizarre imposes a modern bias that can oversimplify or misrepresent the cultural context in which they were performed. For instance, while children sacrificed in capacocha might seem brutal today, it was considered an honor and a spiritual necessity in that society. Furthermore, these rituals sometimes highlight ethical dilemmas concerning outsider interpretations and the potential for cultural insensitivity when studying practices fundamentally different from contemporary norms. The understanding of bizarre ancient rituals is intrinsically connected to broader cultural practices, as these rituals often form the backbone of cultural identity and continuity. They influence societal roles, power dynamics, and intergroup relationships, ultimately molding the cultural landscape in which they existed. By examining these rituals, we gain a deeper appreciation of how ancient societies dictated their worldviews, engaged in communal experiences, and shaped traditions carried across generations, underlying the logical and sometimes mysterious nature of human tradition and cultural evolution. When delving into the topic of bizarre ancient rituals that shaped cultural beliefs and traditions, it's important to understand the concept of these rituals as societal activities performed with symbolic meanings that were often believed to connect directly with the divine or supernatural powers. These rituals, while seemingly strange or unusual in today's context, played a crucial role in defining and shaping the cultural beliefs, social structures, and moral frameworks of ancient communities. By examining them, we gain insight into the worldview and values of those societies, revealing how the bizarre and the sacred intertwined to establish cohesive cultural identities. The significance of these rituals cannot be overstated. They often formed the backbone of ancient societies, articulating community hierarchy, spiritual beliefs, and cultural norms. For example, the ritual of human sacrifice among the Aztecs was intrinsically tied to their cosmology and the belief in sustaining the gods to ensure cosmic balance and agricultural prosperity. Similarly, the Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece operated as a ritualistic practice where priestesses, believed to be divinely inspired, provided counsel and predictions. These examples illustrate how integral such rituals were in maintaining societal order and offering explanations for phenomena beyond human control. Supporters argue that these rituals provided a sense of stability and identity, fostering unity and purpose within the community. Anthropologists suggest that these traditions helped ancient people make sense of the world around them, instilling a shared understanding and trust in the social fabric that persevered through generations. However, these rituals also invite controversy and challenge modern sensibilities. The ethical implications of practices like human sacrifice, as seen in the civilizations of Mesoamerica, are often criticized for their violent nature, prompting questions about the darker aspects of cultural traditions. Furthermore, alternative viewpoints suggest that while some rituals promoted cohesion, they could also reinforce social stratification by maintaining the power of the elite, who often dictated these practices. In exploring these rituals, it becomes evident how they influenced other cultural aspects, such as art, governance, and personal identity, by providing a framework for interpreting life and the universe. This fusion of the bizarre with the sacred crafted intricate belief systems that persisted well beyond the rituals themselves, influencing descendants who either adapted or denounced these traditions in the face of progress and globalization. Ultimately, studying these ancient rituals enriches our understanding of cultural evolution, revealing both the creative and the chaotic threads woven into the tapestry of human history. In exploring the topic of bizarre ancient rituals that shaped cultural beliefs and traditions, the origins and historical context are crucial for understanding how these practices emerged and evolved. The origins refer to the initial development of rituals within a specific sociocultural or religious framework, often drawing from mythological narratives, environmental factors, or societal needs. Historical context involves the circumstances and societal structures of the time that influenced and gave meaning to these rituals. Understanding these facets provides a window into why certain practices, no matter how strange they seem today, were integral to the communities that practiced them. The significance of examining the origins and historical context lies in its ability to illuminate the foundational beliefs and existential fears that drove civilizations to adopt such rituals. By contextually anchoring these practices, we better comprehend their lasting impacts on modern cultural identities. For instance, the ancient Egyptian ritual of mummification originated from a deeply held belief in the afterlife, reflecting a complex understanding of life, death, and rebirth that influenced successive civilizations. Similarly, the Mesoamerican ritual of human sacrifice was intertwined with cosmological beliefs that emphasized appeasing deities to sustain societal balance and agricultural fertility. The opinions surrounding these practices often vary. Some scholars argue that these rituals were crucial in creating social cohesion and promoting a shared cultural identity, while others view them as means of societal control exerted by religious or political elites. Such discussions highlight the complexity of ancient societies and challenge us to reassess our preconceived notions about them. Controversies and challenges often arise when interpreting these rituals. One potential debate centers on ethnocentric interpretations that view such practices as primitive or barbaric without appreciating their cultural significance at the time. Additionally, challenges exist in reconstructing these ancient practices with accuracy, given the scarcity of comprehensive historical records. This exploration connects with other aspects of the main topic by influencing present-day cultural beliefs and traditions. The vestiges of these rituals can be seen in modern religious ceremonies, storytelling, and cultural festivals, indicating a continuous thread of human behavior that seeks meaning through ritualistic expression. By understanding these ancient practices, we gain insight into the fundamental human desire to connect with forces larger than ourselves and the creative ways cultures express these relationships. This framework not only highlights the uniqueness of each tradition but also reveals underlying universal themes evident across human history. Human sacrifice in ancient civilizations. Human sacrifice has been a practice in various cultures throughout history. often intertwined with religious or superstitious beliefs. At its core, human sacrifice involves the ritualistic killing of individuals, often to appease deities, honor the dead, or secure bountiful harvests. This practice held profound significance as it embodied a complex relationship between humans and the divine, reflecting the values, fears, and societal structures of the time. Human sacrifice was not merely an act of violence, but a ritual seen as necessary for the survival and prosperity of the community, providing a sense of control over the unpredictable forces of nature and fortune. One significant example of human sacrifice is found among the Aztecs of Mesoamerica. The Aztecs believed that human sacrifice was essential to maintain cosmic order and appease their gods, particularly Huitzilopochtli, the sun god. Captives of war were often sacrificed in grand ceremonies that reinforced Aztec military dominance and social cohesion. Similarly, the ancient Egyptians practiced retainer sacrifice during the early dynastic period, where servants were buried alongside pharaohs to serve them in the afterlife, emphasizing the belief in life beyond death and the pharaoh's divine status. Opinions on human sacrifice vary widely. Some scholars argue that these practices were integral to the social and religious fabric of these civilizations, providing a unifying communal experience. Others view them as brutal acts reflecting the darker aspects of humanity, illustrating a pervasive fear of the unknown, rather than an enlightened spirituality. This divergence of opinions highlights the complexity of interpreting ancient rituals from a contemporary perspective. Controversies abound around the morality and ethics of human sacrifice, with modern sensibilities largely condemning the practice. Furthermore, there are alternative viewpoints suggesting that not all recorded incidents of human sacrifice should be taken at face value, as some might have been misrepresented or exaggerated by colonial powers to portray indigenous cultures as savage. The practice of human sacrifice in ancient cultures serves as a crucial lens for understanding broader cultural beliefs and traditions. It reveals how communities sought to engage with the metaphysical and ensure continuity and balance in their world. By studying these rituals, we gain insight into the intricate tapestry of human history, illustrating how fear, devotion, and the quest for understanding have shaped cultural beliefs that, in some form or another, continue to influence societies today.